Hi everybody. It's been a while since I posted something. I wanted to show you guys Mary. She's so beautiful. And the cross on the ground. It's really pretty. Today's gospel was about the healing of the man that was by the pool for 38 years. And Jesus came and healed him and asked him, before he healed him, do you want to be healed? I think this question is very interesting because if he has been there for 38 years, as the story goes, the answer will be obvious. So it could be like a sarcastic question, but I do think sometimes we overthink what we need, because for us to be healed, it means that we do have to live a life of discipline. We have to live a life that will create change, because if we are living the same way, let's say for 38 years, then in the story as it goes, then I think that's why Jesus had to ask, but you're here, it seems like you want to change, but nothing's happening, and by the power of the Holy Spirit, and because he's God, he got healed. But then in that same story, the Pharisees asked the man who it was, and the man didn't know that it was Jesus. But then afterwards he sees him and then tells the Pharisees that, oh yeah, I saw him again, and it was Jesus. But when he saw him again, Jesus told him, you have been healed, go and sin no more. And yeah, I guess it's that reminder that whatever we are going through, and I guess I'm thinking about something like depression or an addiction. So depression I'm thinking about because in depression you really do have to learn how to not listen to those very negative thoughts and change the way you're thinking. I don't want to say look at things in a more positive light. I want to say accept the things that are happening, but remember that there's seasons in life, and there's always, the sun must come out every day, right? Like it's out today. For like 2 days it wasn't out. Or that there's always a bump in the road, on our analogy. Or in like the Passion of Christ, that there's always a resurrection. There's always that thing that's gonna happen that is gonna be lighter. It doesn't have to be all positive, but it's gonna be lighter on your life. And then addiction. In order for us to heal from an addiction, we do have to learn how to say no. We have to die to our flesh. We have to die to our urges. And our addiction is causing us to be more wounded, to keep on bleeding on that wound, that really deep wound, that trauma that we have. And we are using that to cope with whatever we're going through, which could even be actually depression or anxiety or whatever it is. It can be addiction to pornography. It can be an addiction to alcohol. It can be addiction to gambling, shopping online, social media. I know I tend to do that one. Like I struggle with social media. But all those things just make us, or build that life where we live a life of woundedness, and we keep bleeding on other people, and we don't understand why we don't feel joy, we don't feel peace. But it's because we do have to take little steps in our daily habits, really bad habits I would say, in order for us to heal. Because Jesus is always there in the Eucharist. It's a healing service, the Mass, guys. I was just like, it was Mass, that's why I know the gospel from today. I was there, and every day Jesus, through that transubstantiation, he is there. And we should pray for him to mold our hearts in whatever he wants to happen here, because we get very hard. Our hearts get very hard. And I guess a little inspo also for my healing journey from Crohn's, remission to Crohn's, from Crohn's. I would say that a year ago, April, it was literally Happy April Fool's Day, guys. I don't know if that's funny. This month last year, it was probably the toughest month of my life, because I really wanted I really wanted to give up. I had a lot of suicidal thoughts. I was just saying, Lord, not morbid thoughts, I would say, because I don't think I would ever take my own life, but I would say that I was just I guess yelling out to God and saying that, if you want to take me now, just take me now, because I think I've done what you wanted to me on this world, and I'll be content if you were to give me peace now, rest in peace, or but that's very dangerous way of thinking, because you're not being grateful for what you have, or you're not hoping in what could happen if you keep going. If you're still alive, like, can you still be healed? And that's where, yes, I did have to go to the hospital. And this channel, I guess, has been going for a year now, so you could see, I think I posted it in May. I have to check. May? It might have been, actually, I think my video, it was in May, but then during that time I did end up going to the hospital. And guys, look at me now. Like, it's honestly really, really cool. And physically speaking, and I think emotionally speaking, I've learned to see how God sees me, and see the power of prayer, because I think I've been persevering and just coming to God, coming to the mass every single, trying every single day. I'm not saying I'm perfect and I've come every single day and I pray the rosary every day, because I don't. But I strive, I fall, and I keep going. My diet, going back to that, because I know I talk about it in this channel a lot. Your diet, you have to be strict. On Sunday, I was at a bridal shower, and there was creme brulee and cheesecake. So damn good. And I didn't have anything. I didn't have any of the dessert, because I knew if I have that, my skin, my stomach, doesn't roll well with my body, which I would argue, but I think it's a whole other conversation, that it doesn't roll good for anybody's body. But anyhow, I digress. I guess what I'm trying to say is that healing does happen, but you do have to put your own effort, your own faith into the healing that you want for your life. It's not going to be, I want to say, one day miracle. It's going to take time, and you do have to commit to that, because you love yourself. Or I guess even start there. Do you love yourself? Because I think when we love ourselves, then we know that we have to change, and we will want to change. Because if we don't love ourselves, there's a lot of self-sabotaging, there's a lot of anxiety, and there's a lot of indifference. I don't care. That thought, I don't care, it doesn't matter, things are going to stay the same. Those self-sabotaging thoughts, very negative thoughts, very easy way to think in our daily world. But I guess that's all I have to say for today. I hope you guys, I don't know what feast day it is today, and I know it's 2 weeks until Easter. I mean, yes, 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks, because today's Tuesday. So I hope you guys are being able to persevere in your penance that you're doing for Lent. And God bless you all. Bye-bye.